You can't smell what I'm smelling, but fresh air is around me. Fresh air is important to humans and animals. Sure, we could live without food, water, and sunlight, but without air, we wouldn't last a minute. Air helps me sleep. Air cleans my mind and helps me go to sleep and changes my sleeping patterns. So like if it's really hot and I'm tired, I just open a window and the fresh air blows in and I could just sleep. Fresh air makes me happier. And you know why? I love riding my bike. Every day I just go outside and ride my bike. It would feel nice for you to just ride your bike and the fresh air hits your face. It just makes you feel like you're so relaxed. Fresh air reduces stress. So like if I'm taking a huge serious test, I just know that I could just walk outside and go like, I got this, and I could just sit down and take the test. And overall, the breath of life is from God. And without that breath, none of us would be here today.
Good morning and happy Sabbath, and welcome again to another installment of our Health Nugget. Today, we're going to be talking about
pure air.
Pure air. And we want to thank Omari for giving us that video, and he went out there and gave us a good example of what fresh air can do for our bodies and gave us some of the benefits. So we're going to talk a little bit more of those benefits at this time. So let's talk about it. What are some of the benefits of getting fresh air?
Yeah, fresh air has a lot of benefit, as we know. Without air, you cannot survive. We need fresh air. When Adam and Eve were created, when God created Adam, Adam was just a lump of clay until God breathed his fresh air into his nostril. So without air, we're just a lump of clay.
True.
So some other things that fresh air, about ventilation, for example. You can open all your windows. I know we're not as it used to be back in the days in the island where you open all your windows to allow fresh air. Even when we have AC blowing, you can open your window maybe 1 or 2 hours throughout the day and allow fresh air to come in. Some other things we're going to have to stand up so we can demonstrate. Some other things we can do also what we call deep breathing, so you can bring fresh air, oxygen into your lungs. So
you want to do that now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The way that we do deep breathing is you stand. You got to stand tall and stand erect.
Okay.
Unfortunately, sometimes I kind of stand like this because my
Okay.
back hurts sometimes, but it's good to stand tall and stand erect.
Okay.
So what you do is you breathe. You're going to bring as much air as you can.
All right.
So let's go. And then you're going to hold your stomach, and then you're going to push as much air as you can.
All right.
So now the way you do it, you do that 5 or 6 times, and throughout maybe 5 or 6 times.
A day.
You do it repeatedly, and then do it throughout the whole day.
Okay.
And it's preferable if you go outside in open air and do it. So what you do, you're teaching your body how to use your lung at full capacity.
Got it.
So many of us, unfortunately, we don't realize we do shallow, superficial breathing. We don't do deep breathing, so we don't allow our lungs to breathe to his maximum, to his capacity.
Okay.
Okay?
So
Another one is exercise. Exercise is very good because when you're working out without noticing it, you force yourself to do deep breathing. So which is very important. So what you do also, you have blood circulate, blood rush to circulate and bring fresh oxygen through all your cells. So exercise in open air, go outside and exercise. It really help you. And also the way your posture, the way you stand, the way you sit. So unfortunately, this is not for you, it's for me. I tend to kind of sit like this and I'm tapping like this. What you're doing without realizing it, you are forcing your lungs, again, what we say, to do superficial breathing, which is, unfortunately, you teach yourself to habitually do superficial breathing. And you don't even realize you're not breathing to your lung capacity. And also, some of the things that he does, the clothes that you wear, if you wear clothes that is too tight in the abdomen area, you're not allowing yourself to breathe, for air to circulate so that you can take some good breathing. And some of the things also you can do is to go outside and to breathe around plants and water. So what that does is you release carbon dioxide and you bring fresh oxygen.
So let me ask you, you talked earlier about going outside, and I think you mentioned about what time of day would we go outside? Because I feel like, you know, you can go out and get fresh air, but is the time of day important?
Usually the best fresh air is in the morning.
Okay.
That's when it's at its clearest. It's not only that, but it's clean. There's less traffic, less pollution.
Good.
So it's best to go early in the morning to get that fresh air, to bring in that fresh oxygen.
Got it. Okay. So you also made mention of going outside and being around plants and that sort of thing, and rain and all of that. Talk about that a little bit.
So a lot of times we spend most of our days confined in home or in the office, or when we do go work out, we go to a gym. So it's kind of like you're exchanging carbon dioxide with everyone. I'm breathing your carbon dioxide, you're releasing your carbon dioxide, and we all breathing each other carbon dioxide. So you need to go outside in the open air so you can breathe, because your body wasn't meant to be like this. You're not supposed to over exceed the amount of carbon dioxide in your body. You're supposed to breathe out carbon dioxide to help the plants, and the plants in return give you the fresh oxygen. And you cannot do it if you at work all the time, if you in your car, if you at home, and then you go to the gym. So you even maybe 3 times a week, go outside and breathe that fresh air.
Okay. So let's talk about these masks. Everywhere we go, we have to don a mask, and, you know, whether we're going to work, whether we're going to the supermarket, or whenever we have to come in contact with any amount of people, how do we reconcile that fresh air advice that we're being given with this mandate that we have to wear a mask?
So full disclaimer, we're not expert, but what we do know, you have to wear your mask, because like you said, it's a mandate. It also protect other people.
Right.
But now what we do see a lot of time is people wear it nonstop, even when they don't have to wear it. We've seen people driving with wearing their mask. We see people at home just sitting down watching TV and wearing their mask. So now if you work at certain place, it's a mandate for you to wear it. By all means, you have to wear it to protect people. If you work at places, they say you have to. If you go into the store, as long as you're going to be in contact with people, wear your mask. But when you have a chance to not wear your mask, take it off. Bring in that fresh oxygen. Now, I don't know for a fact. We heard that they say when you wear the mask, you also bringing in a lot of carbon dioxide. We don't know. We don't know it for a fact. What we are saying is any chance that you have, especially if you have to wear it, people that work in the medical field,
Right,
where you have to wear it for
especially.
8 hours, as much as you can, go outside, go to the park, go to places where they have a lot of trees. You know, do that exercise. Go do the deep breathing exercise so you can bring in that fresh oxygen, and then you can go back again
Yeah.
to wearing it a lot.
I think you make a good point about those of us who have to wear it for extended periods of time. If you have to wear it for an extended period of time, it's even more important for you to use those deep breathing exercises and give your body a chance to get fresh air as much as possible. So those of us who have to wear it on the job, if you have to be around people or you have to protect yourself, especially if you're in the medical field, take that time when you don't have to wear it to get extra fresh air as much as possible. Good point.
Yes.
So we've been talking about the 8 laws of health, and our main question is, how can we improve our immune system when we're utilizing these 8 laws of health? How does fresh air help our immune system?
Man, as you can see, without air, we cannot live. And our body, every organ, every tissue, everything system depends on cells, healthy cells. And as we can see, they are dependent on the amount of oxygen that's going to our cells. So fresh air is very important because it brings every cells that we have in our body needs oxygen, and it also helps to boost our immune system. So we need to have fresh air every day.
Okay. So I want to encourage every one of us to build on the things, and I said it last week as well, build on the things that we have shared and discussed in times past. So the first one being nutrition, the second one being exercise. Don't put any of these away and take the next one. Keep building on them. So get better nutrition, get exercise, good exercise.
Then water.
Get a good amount of water. And the next one?
Sunlight.
Sunlight was the next one. And tea, right? Tea
No.
for temperance. Yes. Tea for temperance. Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
And then this week is air. So we just encourage you to do that each and every day. Incorporate all of these things in your everyday life so that you too will have the benefit of what God has given us, this information that God has given us to benefit us in our health. Thank you for joining us today.
Have a great Sabbath.